Commence primary ignition.
In Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and you're watching the virtual Cantina Network.
Hello, hello, hello.
And welcome to another virtual Cantina Network watch along and celebration of sorts, celebrating the end of the summertime. Well, the unofficial end of the summertime, though it is still hotter than snot. As far south as I am, I know it's hotter than snot as far south as you are. How are you doing this evening, Mr. Notman?
I'm doing wonderful, thanks, Dave. Yeah, it's very, very warm down in Florida. It's in the mid-90s every day without fail, and then it pours with rain. So I feel like just like this background here, I could surf my surfboard down the street. There's so much rain in the afternoons. It's incredible.
Well, that's the magic of building a major theme park in, just semi-tropical rainforest type swamp.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But the land was cheap, right?
Certainly was. Not anymore, though.
No, indeed. But welcome everybody to the watch along. We are going to be watching the Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation, and that is part of our. We're gonna do like a little mini series. That's our build up, pun intended, to Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. Is that is coming sooner than we thought, or sooner than you realize. What do you think about that? Do you like the Lego Star Wars, Jonathan?
I do. Do you know the Lego Star Wars plus the Family Guy Star Wars are my favorite of the kind of animated series that's not the official animated series, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love them. I think they're hilarious. They're just such wonderful light viewing. And the humor that that's built into these kind of one-offs, if you like, are just incredible. And by the way, if you've ever been to Disney Springs in Florida, what is the only store that has a line that almost goes right around the store? Lego.
Oh yes,
It's the Lego store in Disney Springs.
So many times Lego. I mean, haven't they instituted a virtual queue for the Lego store at some points?
Yes, finally during the holiday season they have, but I think it probably need it on a regular basis. That it's so popular, and with good reason. And so, but I'm good. Really pleased to see that. The franchise has kind of embraced the fact that people like Lego, and created so much Lego stuff, if you like, that we can play with and build. Based on our love for Star Wars. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean that was a really genius idea on the marketing part, is licensing Star Wars to Lego and letting us get all of those ridiculously high number of pieces, Millennium Falcon sets and the Death Star and it's been such a good match. And I mean, I love and enjoy them. I've got a few. I'm not a Lego collector, but have a few of the classic Lego sets. I think where I came to Lego Star Wars, I think this might have been on GameCube, maybe like a Nintendo GameCube was playing the Lego Star Wars video games.
Mm-hmm.
Is
that
was
I have those. Actually two of the Lego Star Wars games for my PS4 Pro. So, and by the way, I know it's one of the lotteries that is very well sought after at Star Wars Celebration. I've never been selected for any lottery, so one day I'm sure I'll get that. And hopefully, it'll be Lego, so I can get some really cool stuff.
Yeah, is always kind of fun thing is I do more purchasing for like my nephews, and my daughter really loves it than for myself. But again, I have a few that I keep. There's like, you know, a Jar Jar Binks like episode 2 set I think that I have, and I think that sort of thing. But yeah, I really do enjoy these shows, and this week we're going to be watching this one, and we're going to be watching. I don't think we've chosen which Lego movie, Lego show that we'll be watching next week, but we'll probably do that as well. And then starting the week after that, we're going to start having the Rebuild the Galaxy. We'll have that to watch. That'll be out. That'll be dropping. I am so excited for the Darth Jar Jar and the Darth Nubs.
Can't wait. That's going to be incredible.
I think that's going to be the stuff. But yeah, it's that time to just kind of celebrate the end of the summer, and it seems like not so long ago we were all like on the virtual Cantina family vacation, and I miss that, but that's over now. We're back at work, we're back at school, we're back doing the things. Do they have like an end of the summer holiday in the UK that kind of wraps up the summertime?
Yeah, well, the school holidays actually go a lot longer in the UK. They don't really go back to school until around about the second week of September. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's almost a case of they go very late summer holidays into September, and then it's back to school second week of September, and then it's pretty much you know very little time off school then right through to December. So they have it hard, but then they have a lot of time off in Easter, so that's good, and more time at Christmas as well. So
Well,
which is
yeah, we all
wonderful.
need more time at Easter because that's when they roll out Star Wars Celebration every year. It's like bigger Easter holidays, people.
Yeah,
That's our
yeah,
Star Wars Celebration
yeah.
holiday.
I can't believe though that it's literally like the summer has gone now, right? And we're into September, and
Hmm.
great in some respects because I think for me the fall has a lot of great shows, great cons that we can attend.
Yeah.
I think spring does as well. So the summer, yeah, there's a few around, but looking forward to quite a few coming up in the fall. So it'll be
So
really
you've
cool.
got is this weekend is Fanboy Orlando?
Fanboy Expo, yeah, in Orlando. That will be at the Orange County Convention Center. Sadly, a few people
Yeah.
from the Star Wars universe have cancelled on us, but that's okay, for good reason too.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of wonderful guests, and I know Barry Lowen is attending, who
Oh yeah.
was it played the Mandalorian, I think in season one.
Yeah,
Um,
Barry was a joy at the family vacation at Boonty Eve Special Edition Hollywood. He was fun to see there.
yeah, so Barry
Um,
will be there.
who else are you going out to see? Who else is going to be there? Is
Well,
looking for Paul
non
Bettany?
yeah, non Star Wars related because there's not many because a few have cancelled, unfortunately. Um, there's a very heavy Buffy the Vampire
Uh-huh.
influence, which it's not my thing. Sorry to say. Apologies for all the Buffy the Vampire Slayer fans out there. But there are a lot of um, the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory actors
Oh
and
yeah, I
talent that
saw
will be
that.
there.
We were doing that reunion.
So Charlie Bucket will be there, and Veruca Salt and Mike TV. So almost I wouldn't quite say bucket list, but kind of close to that. A film I really loved when I was growing up, a book I really loved when I was growing up, and watched the film many times. And to see those three actors or characters from that particular book movie, to see them in real life is going to be a bit of a thrill. So can't wait for that. Oh, and my country, my compatriot John Rhys Davies, who is from the same town as me growing up, will be there again. And John is an amazing individual to speak to because he will spend a lot of time telling you about stories of anything from Indiana Jones to James Bond to whatever you want to learn about. And his panel is absolutely amazing. He's so full of stories. I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
I love John Rhys Davies in all the things, but let's see. I'm pretty sure that this has got to be him. Was he in? Oh, it'll come to me. I'll think of it in a minute. It's like
he's been in a lot. You'd be surprised. He was in a lot of different things. Apart from Lord of the Rings. Oh, sorry. I think I froze there. Yeah, so apart from Lord of the Rings, he was in The Living Daylights, which is one of the James Bond movies,
Yes.
as well as Indiana Jones. So,
it's the show I couldn't think of the name of. It. Sliders.
Okay, yeah.
Is Sliders where it was you get to see him in so many different situations, because that was kind of a Quantum Leap-esque show where it's a different world, a different place that they're sliding to every week, and it's like, yeah.
Got it. I think he was in the Princess Diaries as well, wasn't he? One of those, I believe, because I remember when I met him last year, he was talking a lot about the Princess Diaries. I believe.
I
Forgive me
do
if
not
I'm wrong,
recall.
but something like that. So,
Somebody
very
say
nice.
in the chat, was John Rhys Davies in the Princess Diaries, or are we on crack? I don't know. But yeah, is one of those that's at everything. I just saw, and I announced on my page, is one of my favorite, my favorite comic book artists of all times is Larry Hama. Will be at I think Orlando. Is he's going to be there, and then he's going to be at New York Comic Con, which is coming up shortly in October. I think mid-October is when that is. So be on the lookout for that. We will be hosting a meetup that's like newly announced. I think last night was our first announcement on Rebels Revisited. Is New York Comic Con meetup is going to be Friday, October 18th, 8 p.m. in the Moynihan Food Hall. And it's somewhat cryptic for people that don't know this, but it's meet near the Irish exit. Apparently, that is the name of a bar there in the food hall or some. Good evening, everybody is popping in all at once. Troy, yes, Darth Nubs, man. I think that's gonna be the biggest part is the cutesy little fun good characters that are gonna be in there. Yeah, I don't know why all the comments just kind of pop in here at once, but yeah, celebrations at Easter. It's more expensive travel. Everybody's in the airports. Everybody's going for this and that and the other.
They can be, but I think it's expensive, like summertime, Easter,
But the question is, when is travel not expensive anymore?
Yeah.
That would be the question.
Yeah. I think those days of the pandemic flight prices have gone, long gone.
I don't know. I didn't capitalize on a lot of that because the pandemic stuff is I did an awful lot of driving just so I could, remain isolated. Well, I do that anyway, but it's still go places and just be free with where you want to be.
Yeah.
And yes, indeed, Skip. John Rhys Davies can indeed skip really well, even at his age.
Yeah. I hear he's started bringing one of his props to a lot of the shows now, his axe. He started bringing his axe along so he can do like a reenactment of some of the scenes. Not a real axe, by the way, prop. So he's not terrifying people. but so
he's John Rhys Davies. We trust him. He can do what he wants. He can bring it real acts. Him and Hemsworth, we trust. It'll be fine.
yeah.
But so we were talking about the Lego Star Wars video game earlier. Big kind of Star Wars news coming out is new Star Wars game dropped this past weekend. Is Star Wars Outlaws is officially out there to kind of ho-hum reviews. But what doesn't get ho-hum reviews anymore?
Exactly.
Can we name a movie, a game, a property, a show in recent memory that hasn't gotten decidedly mixed reviews from anybody?
Exactly. I think for me, you know, it's one of those things like, yeah, you can listen to reviews if it helps and helps you go and see something, make a purchase, whatever, fine. But typically, you know, just giving my opinion, I don't. You know, I've seen movies, I bought things that people have hated on, I just absolutely love. You know, and I still play them, watch them. So just make your own mind up. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I'm not even talking just Star Wars, Bruce. Is I think absolutely everything just kind of gets panned and dragged. I'm really sitting here, and if you've got it, anybody in the chat, if you've got something that Deadpool and Wolverine, yeah, I think that might be the thing. Is I think everybody that I've heard has loved that. I don't know that I've heard backlash from that at all. So that's a good example. That's there you go. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman bringing the world together. One, you know, bodily function joke at a time.
Yeah, and you know what, if we listen to critics all our lives, we'll never go to a restaurant, never go see a movie, never buy something. So just, you know, go with your head, go with your heart. That's what I would say. So
yeah, and laws and stuff, and if you want to hear it from people who have absolutely no expertise whatsoever, that's the topic of the unifying force this weekend. On Sunday, Kat, Geo, and I, we not really review it because we haven't played it. It's barely out. It's a little bit twitchy. We go over a lot of the reasons why maybe it's not doing well at the moment, but what we think that we're going to like about it and what kind of problems people are having, and just kind of a general discussion. So if you want to see that, Sunday at 11 right here on the virtual Cantina network, 11 a.m. That'll be the topic of discussion. Go over there, leave some comments. If you've played it, let us know. We want to know because we are generally curious to play it, but it's how the price point of gaming at this point, man, is like, I want like a casual like $30 cartridge or something that I can just plug into a machine and try it out before I, you know, drop the amount of money on the PS5 or the gaming computer and the big $120 special super fantastic edition. But everything I've seen, the gameplay that I've seen on there, see, there it is. I knew somebody had to do it, Troy. How many hours did you spend this weekend just obsessed and sitting in front of the game, right? It's got to be done at some point. I think that I will. I think all of us on the UF agreed that we totally would. But
one thing I didn't mention talking about games, gaming or games, last year I invested a little bit of money, not too much, in an original arcade game. Ooh. And it came with the original. Sorry, I froze up there. It came with the original Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, and Star Wars video arcade games.
Like the original ones, like the ones that we saw on the Atari 2600?
Correct.
Yeah.
Original. And you know what? I've had more fun playing those because they're so old school than any of my PS4 stuff recently. I love them. I think they're amazing. They're so quirky and so clunky and old and slow, but you have so much more fun.
I have an
Honestly,
Atari 2600 in the case right over there with about 30 games. It's like I
they,
still
they,
find that retro gaming is so much
yeah,
fun still.
yeah. I've learned how to jump again from left to right instead of forward and back. It's just so
Oh.
weird to do it almost one dimensionally. It's like jump forward, back, rocks, scorpions, but a lot of fun. Yeah,
Pitfall. You're talking about Pitfall right there.
right. But one thing I do wish I had is the if you remember the original Atari arcade game had that kind of uh, console, like not a joystick, but like a controller.
The little twisty controllers, the ones that you
Yeah,
play Super Breakout, the round ones.
no. This was like a square pad, and you could move it like this, like a pilot's, and move forward and back like that, and left and right. It's on one of the original. I think it was the Return of the Jedi arcade video card
Oh,
arcade game that had that. It's like a pad, and
yeah.
you move it forward and back and left and right. I wish I had that. Oh,
Wow.
that would be so
Yeah.
cool. It's almost pilot-esque in a way. So yeah,
There
that
you
I
go.
really miss.
ColecoVision. That's some old school stuff there too.
Oh yeah, we're going old school now. Old school,
No,
old
there
school.
were, I swear to you, Troy, there were round ones for the 2600 as well because I had them, and I wouldn't play most anything else on them. You know, Pac Man is just the joystick and the one orange button, but Super Breakout, where you can go, you're just going back and forth, back and forth, back. That was what that controller was just made for.
Mhm.
So I'm telling you, it was there. That is not one of those like urban legend mythy things. Oh yeah, the motion sickness. I don't know, Bruce, because that one might be rough for this game because I know it's got uh space battles, space scenes where you're rolling around in the whole thing. You might not be as bad for the planet based stuff and the walking around, but for that space based stuff, that might be kind of
Yeah, but fair play. The new game, I'm very excited about that. That looks amazing. Can't wait to play it. I don't think I've been really disappointed with any of the recent games, to be honest with you. I just get disappointed that I'm useless at them. Not very good. I try, but usually get my butt kicked. But that's okay. At least I try. So
Well, this one at least is not the not the like multiplayer thing where all the where you're getting schooled by like 10-year-olds with a better internet connection than you, and it's not that. But
yeah, but one of the gosh, we can't remember which game it was now. Came out maybe 2-3 years ago. Running around Endor, shooting stormtroopers was just so much fun.
I don't
So
know.
much
I don't know. The last major Star Wars game, because I haven't been into a lot of this stuff recently. The last one I think was The Force Unleashed, but
fun.
I was playing it on Wii. So you could like put the little Wiimote controller in your little lightsaber, and you're like sitting in your living room hacking and slashing in the
Mhm.
air.
A lot of fun. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2, that's the one that was running around Endor shooting. Oh, talking of stormtroopers and shooting, by
Mhm.
the way, I saw one of the best Star Wars shirts, like a button-down shirt I've seen in a while.
Uh-huh.
I think it was Roosevelt's, but I don't want to advertise Roosevelt's. But
Go
um,
ahead, advertisement.
the,
It's
the
you
the
know.
the shirt was a stormtrooper shirt, and it was all stormtrooper based. And one of the little images was a stormtrooper stood in front of a dartboard, and all the darts were in the wall.
Oh
I thought that was
no.
brilliant, brilliant. Whichever wag thought of that one, that was funny. Fair play.
Yeah, is I've got to find is I packed up my new, I think my only Roosevelt shirt that it's the one that Chris Bartlett designed,
Mm.
the
The
character.
droids.
Yeah. And I packed it up for the family vacation, and I know I made it back. I've seen it here in the house since I got back from the family vacation, but yeah, I can't find it anymore. It's the thing.
Oh, so one I don't know if it's exciting, but cool piece of news. For those of you that like pirates, Pirates of the Caribbean, they've started work on the new Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant slash bar,
Nice.
or tavern, if you want to call it a tavern, at Magic Kingdom in Florida. So yeah, you can't see anything; it's just a bunch of walls up. But they've started. So if you like that kind of thing, it's
So
going to
where are
be
they putting
happening
that? Are
soon.
they putting that like in the gift shop area?
Yeah, it's really hard to tell because I haven't really seen any official plans. I guess we could go into county records, but that's really not going to show you anything. Sorry, again, I froze up. For me, it's hard to see, but I think it's probably going to happen from the exit of the existing exit of the ride across the courtyard into Tortuga Tavern. It's going to be in that area there, so it's going to be quite big,
Hmm.
not massive, but large enough, and it'll probably be something that people will enter as you walk towards the ride, um, kind of along that kind of little pathway, if you like, and probably exist left and right of the ride if you looked at it today. So, but it looks. I can't just looking at some of the concepts. It looks really cool. So can't wait for that.
So in the concepts, or have they announced they're not going to go crazy, and it's not going to like overlook the ride like in California,
Mm-mm.
right? No.
No. It's not going to look like the Blue Bayou. No,
Blue
it's not
Bayou.
like that at all.
Blue
Yeah,
Bayou.
this is something that you'll be able to go and eat and drink at without actually going onto the ride or going into
Okay.
the attraction. So yeah, looks really cool.
There
Can't wait
you
for that
go.
one.
So friends, we are about 2 minutes out from watching the show tonight. It is Lego Star Wars Summer Vacation. For those of you who are going to want to watch along, um, we are getting ready to that. So be getting your D plus machine all queued up. That is what I am doing, and I'm sure not all of you on the channel know, but those of you that were on the family vacation know the reason we're in shirts tonight is this show is what inspired the racer for the family vacation. We had a lot of the surfing Lego people, and a very festive, very beachy Darth Vader on that shirt as well. So it is a fun one to wear around the summertime.
Yeah, but no spoiler alerts. But I love the way that not just in this episode, the way that the Sith try to fit in with an unnatural environment and look awkward at all times. Can you imagine bumping into a Sith on the beach?
Oh, just the are they like vampires? Do they just like burst into flame or something? I don't know.
Hilarious. But this is really one of my favorite Lego Star Wars episodes. I think it's wonderful, and I like the way that you'll see it when we start in a minute. But the way that the certain characters kind of annoy each other and play jokes at each other's expenses. That's just wonderful.
Well, it gives you a little bit. I don't know if it's necessarily the personalities of the characters that they would do it, but you get like a feel of like the personalities of the actors or the voice actors, and how the shenanigans behind the scenes on the set may really go
I
in the
think you're
Lego.
right.
And whether it happens or not that way, that's my head canon, and that's what it makes me feel like, and that's what I think. So I
I
like that.
have an inkling that you're probably right.
So, all right, people, it is that time. So, get your D plus machines ready, get all the things ready to rock and roll and go and do and things and stuff. And we're going to start the 10-second countdown now. And never skip the intro, watch all the things.
I love the way they have the Ewok.
Oh yeah, and then they put the Lego guy in at the end, the Ewoks, and it's got the Gamorrean guard in here.
Guards. Yeah,
I don't disagree, Troy. It's robot chickeny kind of humor. It's very similar kind of thing. I do like how they like play some of the shots for serious. Like at the beginning, they're all the dramatic lighting and thing in this.
Mm-hmm. Talking of Robot Chicken, if you ever meet Alan Tudyk, he'll talk endlessly about that with you.
Mm. And look at how serious they take this. Is actual Billy D. Williams being Lando.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the Chandra Starline as well.
Oh, R.I.P. the Starliner.
Yes,
the house,
nod to that.
Yeah, it just like kind of adds a little bit of legitimacy to this.
Yeah, I love the way that Finn wears a Hawaiian shirt.
It's like, I'm sure this is how people actually took the silence. Yes, pour one out for the Halcyon. Right there is, it's gone too soon before the vast majority of us got to even get a little taste of the place.
Hey, Anthony, nice to see you, and thanks for all the wonderful work you did a couple of weeks ago at the lightsaber meetup. Awesome, Joe, as always.
Oh, excellent. Yes. Love that. I don't think I have that on this. Is on some of the brands I have like our lightsaber meetup from the summer, but I don't think I have it on this particular studio.
I love the way a few minutes ago you saw the Rhodians in the back rows slurping.
Oh yeah, and you've got the Figure and Dan and the band in the background here, and Chewie's double fisting the wine. Yep, everybody's gone. This is, you know, surprisingly the way that some of the family vacation like went is, you know, it's like you show up, everybody's like, oh, we're doing this thing, and boom, where did everybody go? We gone separate ways.
I'm trying to remember, is this the only one that Rose is in, or is she in more?
I don't remember that either. Yeah. I kind of think she might be in the Halloween one, but I'm not positive of that.
It's human cyborg libations.
Yes, exactly. Like the Bruce, that would have been perfect. Is let's put 57 people in a room at the Halcyon, and we could have all.
Oh, it would have been. I can't imagine what they would have done with us.
There you go. Roses in the Christmas special.
Oh, there you go. Thanks.
Yeah, that's it. It is, Troy, is we get in the parks, every one of us, we love the Star Wars. We have each of our individual interests in it. Is like, oh, we got to go see Rise. Well, I've ridden Rise 57 times. Oh, I'm going to go do Smuggler's Run. Oh, I'm going to go do that. Oh, I need to go build a lightsaber. I need to.
Yeah.
But then still meeting up for the fun.
Many fuzzies would it be consumed?
Well, that was one of the big pluses of that. I mean, like we took up a good chunk of Oga's for like an hour and a half on that day, and everybody was there. Now, I'm gonna say that something controversial that there, Notman, is I think Oga's in California a little bit better, got a little bit more going on than Oga's in Florida because
Mhm.
the lack of food in the Florida.
Yeah. I'm sure it was all for research purposes, right? Just to make sure that compare the two fairly. No, no, you're absolutely right. I can talk to you for quite a long time about the differences, but yes, there
I
definitely is a
also
more
think
enhanced.
that the fuzzy in California was fuzzier than the fuzzy in Florida
Yeah,
because
I don't
the fuzzy in Florida was super fuzzy, and now it's not
originally.
fuzzy.
Originally, yeah,
But
yeah,
the Cali fuzzy was a little fuzzier than the Florida fuzzy.
yeah. There's been some. Let me just say, I don't want to be controversial, but injustices
Mm.
um, on the East Coast. A lot of the halcyon um, glasses, commemorative,
Yeah.
oh sorry, souvenir glasses didn't make it into Batu East, which was kind of disappointing, but whatever.
Well, yeah, they
Um, uh,
shipped them all the way to Florida. Or
yeah,
sorry, they flipped them all the way to California.
they did. I've several people have told me different versions of why that happened, and all of them make sense. None of them are wrong. But what's also disappointing is that I know that from our good friends on the West Coast that you can order like, well, you could have at some point. You could at some point order like a flight of the different drinks that they do in Oga's,
Mhm.
um, which they don't do in Florida. And yeah, the food is different as well. So, come on, come on, Oga's East Coast, we need to do better.
It is good. Yeah. The fuzzy tanda, you don't like the fuzzy there, actually? The first time I had the fuzzy,
Oh
it was
yeah.
just like, ooh, completely and totally.
We all remember that feeling.
Oh,
And just drooling the drink for the rest of the
yeah.
evening. You
It's like,
get it.
what is this mess?
It was like Novocaine when you go to the dentist. Like, where's my mouth gone? Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt they changed supplier.
Yeah, is the family feeling, it's like, what is it? Is that Sweet Home Alabama where they go, you've got a baby in a bar? Oh, you gotta have that. Well,
But I will say hands down, I will say hands down, having visited both quite a few times, that in fairness, and those of you that are local to the East Coast will know that one of the servers in Oga's in Florida is unbelievably entertaining. He's a stand-up comedian. I won't mention his name, but he is an incredible server. He is so funny.
oh yeah, no, is I have never been cut off in the no. But then again, oh, that's perfect. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I go whenever I can get in because I'm not there as often as you are. So it's a little bit less that I'm trying to do at 9 a.m. You know, I'm in Oga's at 9 a.m. It's like, can I get some cookies? I want some cookies or something to kind of.
I feel at some point when I'm in Ogres next, they're going to have Terminator walk in and say, "Get out."
It's like we don't serve your kind here.
That's going to happen.
Oh, look at this. See, this is the fun right here. Is you got Obi-Wan in the Hawaiian shirt singing karaoke. This should have happened at Bunta Special Edition.
Should have.
See, there you go. That's the guy that gave you more foam because he's fun. Is you needed to have more foam. Is that you don't order a fuzzy tauntaun and not have the foam.
Mm-hmm. I love the way, by the way, same as we're on the subject of ogres, if you haven't been recently, troopers and the First Order come in and start checking out people. So it's kind of intense.
Oh, that would be fun too. I think that. Yes.
Oh, that's
So,
hard. That's hardcore, Ashley. That's hardcore. Yep, do it. Do it when the park closes, and it's quite a different experience.
yeah. I think right here we need to petition Lucasfilm if they're going to do anything, a live action version of this scene with Ewan McGregor. Just do it as a little short. Do it as a little TikTok. Oh, yeah, is there's so much the controversy on how the Max Rebo should actually be. Does Max Rebo play? Does the whole species? Is it the hands are the hands and the feet are the hands or the? We may see in Skeleton Crew. You know, we've seen a little bit in the trailer, but we're going to get a lot of that. Well, yeah, is you get that, and then you do Ogas at 9 a.m. and then you immediately go and like ride the Falcon.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've done it. I remembered. Yeah, it was probably around about 9:30. Jedi mind trick. Not good.
Well, I'm doing my best to sample the entire menu as I get a chance to go. Is I don't think I've had everything yet. And that means, you know, the adult beverages as well as the regular beverages, because, you know, I like a lot of those as well. Oh, yes.
I've forgotten how such a great episode this is. This is wonderful.
It really is. Uh-oh. Nope. Look. Oh, no.
Cake.
Three. Oh, giant. Oh, the monkey lizard. And there. Oh, the West Coast, the Loth Cat mug.
Oh
That was
no.
our happy hour like theme. Who had one of those? Somebody had one of those that was sitting at that was at my table when we were there. I don't know that they. Oh, I don't know. Can't remember. Oh, the bubbly. Oh, the West doesn't have the bubbly drinks. I am so confused because I had one of the bubbly ones I think in June when I was at East, but I didn't know that they didn't have them when I was at West.
Oh, I think it's where they drop dry ice in and it bubbles.
Uh-oh. And see, Boba's back to being a bad guy in this. Is they just kind of mix their metaphors in this show. It's like, oh, it's a little bit of the current continuum. It's a little bit of the old continuum. We do what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. That they should put Ogas a little bit further away from the like 4D rides. Give you a little bit of walk-in time to get there. Like if you go to Rise, you're good because the queue takes long enough to where you're fine. Smugglers is a little bit too close, and Single Rider goes a little bit too fast.
Oh yeah. Do you know? we all know that Dave Filoni and John Favreau made it into ogres in Anaheim, 2022. I wonder what they had there. That would be cool. I wonder if they went for the Bespin Fizz or the Fuzzy. It'd be interesting to know that.
That's a good question. We should think about this. We should put this down. We should write this down. That should be a question when we have guests. Is what's your go-to drink at Oga's? We have guests on the show, and when we do any of those, it's like that's a question for it.
Write it down, Dave. Write it down.
I have so many things written down on this desk, Notman. I wouldn't find it if I did. It's like every time, write it down. Go to drink at Oga.
Yep.
Yes, absolute fun chaos with Legos.
Do you know, something simple would be fine. Anything complex, I would make a hell of a mess of it. Probably wouldn't. I'd lose bits and end up getting frustrated and putting them together incorrectly. Do you know when I was a child, I used to build those old Airfix model like planes and tanks and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I would get frustrated because the glue wouldn't dry fast enough, so I'd incorrectly put more glue on and end up melting the plastic. Impatient.
Yeah, that was a hobby of mine for the longest time. Is going and putting together like car models and especially like airplane models. Lots of those. For the weirdest thing though, I never got into models with like other IP that I enjoy. Like I've never really built a model starship from either Star Trek or Star Wars. Never done that. But cars and airplanes and like battleships, even real things.
Sorry, BB-8 with the cucumber. BB-8 with a cucumber on his lens. BB-8 with a cucumber on his lens or camera, whatever.
And see this enough of there's like the little deep cut references, like the book to tour the trash compactor here. There's little Star Warsy Easter eggs. And we're this far into the show. We're 1725 in, and we haven't even seen the Sith section of this.
Mm-hmm.
So there's enough fun with the Jedi and no, you're on the transport out. Bye. Transport to Batu. See ya.
They must have so much fun making this stuff, honestly.
And
Scarif.
That was very stolen animation from like the Marvel Snap. Is to say it just goes away like Spider-Man fades away out of the thing. Again, it's Lego, and we can just mix up whatever we want. Here's Anakin Skywalker in scuba gear. Did they ever make? They need to make a minifig of that. Where is that minifig?
Scuba Skywalker.
Scuba Skywalker. Oh. And your sand joke.
Yeah.
Here it is, leading up to it. Don't ask the deep questions, Bruce. Don't ask. Why does, Alec Guinness, who's dead, need to sit out on a log? Why?
And get all philosophical. You're dead. Don't worry about it. Done and dusted now.
It's like, I'm dead. I can do what I want. If I want to sit on a log, I'm going to sit on a log. Oh, that was the thing that I've seen. The memes things or the little stories lately that you've seen with everybody, all the criticism on the new Star Wars shows and whatever there is out there, and somebody went back and did a what if the original trilogy was made today, and like did their little commentary about it. It's like, look, what is this? It's like, you can't do a different take. Is that guy says Leia instead of Leia. You can't just shoot that scene again. Maybe that's important. It's like, oh, what? We left it in the final cut where the guy in the stormtrooper suit hit his head. What? It's called shooting that scene again, George. No. And it's funny because it's probably not far from, true. Oh, and here we go. We're vacationing on the same planet. Here it is, right here. The back of the family vacation racer is tank top. And again, you just got Force Ghost Anakin, and now you have Lego, man. Lego. Y'all are just throwing anything at the wall and seeing what sticks. And a lot of it does, because it's hilarious. Does anybody get the... Oh, yeah. West is firework. That is a thing, Anthony, that I really enjoy about West, is the fact that Galaxy's Edge is in Disneyland proper. It's so easy to go to your Disney classic Disney style rides and then pop over to Batuu and then pop back. It's not like you have to like get your Disney transportation and hop on a monorail and then hop on a Skyliner or whatever and get all the way down to Hollywood Studios.
Kind of disagree with you.
And here's go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't know. You sort of have a point. I don't know. I like Magic Kingdom being Magic Kingdom, right? Without the distractions. It's a case of like stick to your typical Disney classic rides, and then you've got a park then that focuses on non-classic Disney rides, if you could say that.
Well, and that's a fair point as well.
Mm-hmm. One thing I was just about to say. Oh, this is wonderful. Love this. Big costume. Anyway, yeah, Anthony brings up a good point. Why on earth did they ever cancel the Galactic Spectacular? That was such an... If you've ever seen it, you'll know what I'm saying. Wonderful, wonderful show. I don't know. They stopped it as the pandemic hit. I remember watching it a month or two before pandemic, and they just stopped it. Never brought it back, which doesn't make any sense considering that a lot of Hollywood studios is Star Wars influenced, whether it's Star Tours, Batuu, Launch Bay, and they should bring that back. They should bring that back. It was a really good show.
Yeah, that was the show that they had on the big screens right in front of the Chinese, right?
Correct. You used to use the 3 buildings and project on, a lot of the key sequences from the movies, and a great score, great fireworks, great projection. It's a shame they should bring it back. I don't know why they stopped it, but maybe they're thinking along the lines of it's too much Star Wars, but no such thing.
No, is that's what Hollywood Studios is it's Hollywoody things. Is I think they should throw more Hollywood things into Hollywood Studios. Is so much of that has gone away, and I miss it. Like the Backlot tour,
Mm.
you know, um, the Osborne Festival of Lights. I don't know if that was really.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, the backlot tour is where Batu is.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like
yeah.
I miss that part of it. I mean, yes, they did something cool with that space, but that's what really kind of made that Hollywoody. And did somebody say, have they canceled? Are they canceling the Indie Stunt Spectacular? No.
First
Sure.
time hearing of it.
Okay. Yeah, if they did that, that's wrong and bad, because that would be.
Limbo is so funny.
So yeah, the two of them in this really give me like Mr. Burns and Smithers vibes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Simpson-y.
Oh, for sure.
As well there should. I swear I heard that somewhere, and I lose track of what things that I hear on reliable sites and what things that I just pop up on my like For You, because I'm looking at the other stuff on the reliable sites. But yeah, I love that show. The only thing that I don't love about Indie Stunt Spectacular is just the cycle that it's on, and how early in the day it ends is sometimes, unless I'm specifically trying to get there and I'm giving up other things that I want to do to go see Indy, is it's rough to just kind of hit the show every time.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And the only thing is that to do the stunts that they do, the practical stunts, it's very hard to do it in any other environment other than full light. If they push it into the evening, then it's a different kettle of fish. But anyway, let me just say, Launch Bay in Hollywood Studios, they could do better. They need to do better. There's just a couple of meet and greets, and that's it. That space can be used for a lot more.
Yeah, I haven't been to that in a while. I think the last time I did that was after they brought character meet and greets back after the pandemic. And it's just like, I think all that was in there at the time was like Chewie and BB-8.
Yeah, Vader, Chewie, BB-8, and that's all they have right now. They have the poster section. They have the little kind of prop section. But yeah, there's a lot of space back there. There's a theater that they used to have a little show, a little cinematic show that had Pablo in it and Dave about making of movies. And then they had a store there, but that's all gone now. So
I miss when they had Baymax in there. That's been a while.
Well, they used to host the Galactic Spectacular dessert party in there. But and they used to have Jawas running around, and you could trade with them and stuff. But that's
that would be fun.
Yeah, that was there, but it's gone now.
Oh, here we go. It's like DJ Rex ish. the flashback to Han and Leia raising Kylo.
You want a T-shirt?
Well, yeah. Everybody needs a T-shirt. Fun stop. This is funny because it hits so close to the home. Yeah, I've heard rumors about the Muppet Show for the next expansion area and where this is going and where that's going. And, you know, whoever knows. Well, I know some people know, but they're not allowed to say. But, you know, I know there are people who know, but that it is just as well that it be kept a secret from stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the expansions. I want to see what happens. I need to get my butt down there and ride the boat and go to Tom Sawyer Island for a last time. I need to do that.
Did that on Monday.
Need to get down there because I don't remember the last time I've actually been on there. I think the last time I was really close to the boat for a while and I like watched it a lot was I did the behind the scenes tour and they sat there and we sat on the dock for the boat a little over at the Haunted Mansion and talking some of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a couple of good spots on that island that you can go and hang out and chill, and it's really nice. Certainly not Tom's dock, the one to the left of that is cool. You can go over on that rope bridge and just hang out.
Oh, the where you can come in by the canoes and not
Yes, yeah. Oh, and the fort. The fort's cool. I like the fort.
Yeah, I mean, everything has its pluses and everything has its minuses. Cars is a huge IP. Cars always has a humongous line for Radiator Springs racers, and in DCA is the Cars Land is some of the really nice theming. Okay, you walk down that street and you are in Radiator Springs.
Yeah,
and if you've ever been there, I don't know is how much you get to Disneyland, but if you've ever been there, like when they cut on the neon right at night.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, so I think a lot of people know this isn't a secret. It'll be Route 66 inspired.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. I mean, look, there are people up in arms about Liberty Bell, Rivers of America, Tom Sawyer Island. Whatever your opinion is, I'm not going to, go there because you're all right in some way, whether you like it, dislike it. You've all got an opinion. That's the most important thing. However, I think a Route 66 theme will fit right in if you think about what's already there. So.
Yeah, and they're just kind of mixing up the theming a little bit in there because, people are going to complain about people complaining is, with Tiana's, but Tiana's is more like a New Orleans type of theme, and it's not in New Orleans Square, it's in Frontierland. It's like 30 yards the wrong direction. It's like, come on. And you kind of tie in that area and it may do a little bit.
Well, if you think about it, Pirates of the Caribbean is not far from Tiana's. That's good.
Yeah. It's flexible space.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not that is, I think, they're never gonna do something with Autopia, but gracious mercy me is just get like an electric car company to sponsor that sucker and at least make those not gas and annoying and loud.
Do you know it doesn't bother me, but I rode Tron Monday morning and I walked past Utopia and the smell of gasoline was like, whoo.
Right. There are times when I'm just cutting through there to get to the teacups and it's just like, whoo, the fumes.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't really necessarily bother me when I'm riding the ride. Is a lot of times it's when I'm cruising by or whatever, and it's just the
yeah.
And speaking of being in the wrong themes or whatever, is gasoline motors still in future?
two quick comments as we should get back to the show. But on Utopia, there are people that would be up in arms if it ever went.
Oh
Right?
yes.
Because it's their favorite. However, one fact about that ride: why do those seatbelts seem like they should go around 10 people? Why are they so loose? You get seatbelts and they're tight or they fit. That thing, that's never going to stop you from anything. You
Well,
bang into the car in front. I swear that
the
seatbelt's
cars
not
do
gonna...
go like a half a mile an hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back here on indoor, and now we've got the time jumps and Ewoks.
Oh, I love the way that they portray C-3PO the way they do in this series. So funny.
So is that Anthony? Is it?
I
don't know.
I think it is. I would stick my neck out and say yes. But if anybody knows, put it in the chat. And Anthony sounds... It is Anthony on Star Tours, but it sounds like Anthony times 10.
Well, yeah. I mean, he can have like a very whatever. Oh, see, stop that. Trying to hit the Internet Movie Database, and it's like fighting with me, so I can't see it. See, they throw in saying wizard. Now it is, yeah. Troy mentioned earlier that you actually get Weird Al in this, and that's pretty cool. Weird Al was just announced for, I think, GalaxyCon Richmond. That would be a fun one to go visit. Yes, Anthony Daniels is C-3PO. Billy D, of course, is Lando. Kelly Marie is actually the voice of Rose in this. So you've got a lot of like kind of different voices in Lego that you see in there. Is like Eric Bauza. Bauza is Luke Skywalker. But you've got, classic Clone Wars actors. James Arnold Taylor is Obi-Wan, right? You've got Matt Lanner as Anakin, Matt Wood as Ben Solo. So tons of people in there.
Love Matt Wood, but I would never have said that was him doing Ben Solo. But
yeah, well, I guess it's kind of it's because it's young Ben Solo. It makes it different, maybe. D. Bradley Baker is Boba Fett. It's kind of a... Dang it. Does that mean there's another person that I've got to get on my helmet? No. Crap it. Oh, yeah, no. Maybe I'll just stick to like the live action Boba Fett's for yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just the live action Bobas. Oh yeah, that's a great story right there. Is Rex, Rip Pee Wee, Rip Paul Rubens right there. But DJ Rex and the Pee Wee, that's absolutely one of those little fun things. Now, who's Han here? Where does it say that? I don't see that. That's not listed. I'll have to look deeper. It's not even Oh, great kid, don't get cocky. There we go. You got to dig deeper to get all the voices where it is there. Han Solo, Ross Marquand.
Ah, interesting.
And then Colvette is Yvette Nicole Brown, you know, like super fan of so many things. the Lego hair pops off. Oh, this folks, they really have tried to portray the minifigs the way the minifigs are. You know, you get the little just line scar on Anakin.
And by the way, Lego hair is really a thing. I have a friend who we call Lego hair because he has Lego hair.
So okay, so for anybody watching out there, here is a cosplay tip, and it's related. Trust me, because it's a Lego cosplay tip. I have a Lego cosplay. So I have a Lego version of me, a life-size Lego minifig. And the head, if you ever get those giant, like Costco cheese ball containers, the big clear container of cheese balls, it's the perfect size and shape to be a Lego head. You just have to kind of like split it so you can get the neck of it around your head. And Lego hair. See, I promise I'm segueing. I'm going somewhere. If you take a flat basketball, like, you know, a basketball you don't care about, and flip it inside out, the rubbery inside of a basketball, you can cut to shape and put it over that cheese ball container, and it looks just like Lego hair.
I don't want to know how you know this stuff.
I told you, I have a Lego me cosplay. It lives in my classroom at school. I've got the big cardboard box that's my Lego body painted, and I stick my arms in there, put a cheese ball container on my head, and like I said, the basketball thing.
I just had flashes of you wandering around stores like Costco buying things just to see if it fits on your head.
Oh, yes. Next, we talked about this at the beginning. That's the price of admission right there for Rebuild the Galaxy is Darth Jar Jar. And you got light side Vader and all sorts of things, you know, Darth Nubs. But yes, the new Lego set, I think, does Darth Jar Jar come with, is it the Dark Falcon Lego set that figure comes with? I'm not sure. I've seen the figure floating around, and like that's going to be a fun one that might be worth just picking up just for laughs. And here's the, yes, there you go. It's the Dark Falcon. Here's the heartfelt message at the end, because it's a Lego movie. You have to have the family. Oh, it's the journey. It's being friends. It's all together.
They even have the scar on Han Solo, correcto. You know,
Oh yeah, the Harrisons. And then I love this. This is one of my favorite scenes of the things where they do the close cuts of Finn and Poe and Finn and Poe and Finn and Poe with the kind of longing looks that make you think things like you actually get in The Force Awakens. It's like, whoa. And then they really play it up in Last Jedi. Oh. So when did this come out? This came out after more recent ones. So it was after Rise of Skywalker and all the movies, right? That they're saying, "Oh, I missed this and I'm with all my friends." It's just kind of like the end of seeing this crew of people together until and unless we do get the Rey movie that we've been promised.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see where the date on this is. Oh, 2022.
Didn't she say in a recent interview on some show that they hadn't started any principal work on that yet?
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's been no principal work on that. No, as I haven't heard anything about them doing that one at all.
Mm.
But boom, and there it is.
Great.
Dun, dun, dun,
I love those episodes. They're so funny, honestly. They just, whoever writes these just gets the right tone and humor and the way it, the way that I would imagine that Star Wars characters actually interact with each other.
Yeah, I think it's that it's a very nostalgic, fun thing about silly, fun Star Wars. It's got Easter eggs from the movies. It's got things like we were just talking about. It's got some of the original actors from both the animated series and the live action series,
Mm-hmm.
and then you throw in some more stuff and some more funny, and it's
Well, they throw in bits and pieces from Batu and the house, like they were talking about Ronto Rapso. Wonderful. Something for everybody.
Indeed. I like it. I hope everybody who's watching along enjoyed that. We'll be doing it again like next week. Like I said, is we haven't decided exactly which Lego property we will be watching. So if you have an opinion on that, you can comment right now in the chat. You can put it up on the page and comment later if you're not watching this live. Let us know what you want to watch. Maybe we'll, between now and next week, maybe we'll put up a poll on the page. Spencer loves a good poll. He does. He loves to put up a good poll on the page. So maybe we'll figure that out and find out what we're going to watch. When Rebuild the Galaxy comes out in 2 weeks, we will very soon thereafter be watching that because the trailer looks hilarious. I think it will be all the good things. So
yeah, yes, I heard Spencer likes a good poll and karaoke.
Sorry, my mind went to a bad place when you said it that deadpan like that. It was I was being I'm sorry. Family show. Stop it. It's like, but anyway, good night, everybody. Love you, mean it. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a fun one. And thank you, Mr. Notman, for holding down the fort with us. Because as you notice, Spencer is absent. He had like a cool little fun thing that he was doing this evening. But we will be back, I think, the next time.
Yeah, you're most welcome. A great time and watching a wonderful episode. And while the cat is away, the mice will play.
Yes. And make sure that if you like this silliness and the fun of like you have family vacation, if you weren't able to join us on the summer vacation, or if you were, that we've got meetups coming up. Go find Notman in Orlando this weekend, but we've got big official meetups coming up at Rhode Island Comic-Con in November. That is probably, like, outside of Celebration, our biggest meetup that we do. Rhode Island everybody's there. And a little sooner than that, we've got New York Comic-Con, Friday, October 18th. I know a bunch of people, including some of our show hosts. I'm pretty sure like that Mark Von Olin will be there. Mark is almost always with us at that. And not so far away down the road, we've got the Not So Virtual coming up in Tokyo, April 17th, 2025. That's what it's all about. Star Wars celebrations are coming.
Yeah. And if you haven't been to any of the meetups, go along. If you're attending a convention, they're a lot of fun. The Not So Virtual Cantina we had in London was amazing. Great turnout, a lot of fun. So yeah, try and make the effort. And if you are attending one of the shows, come meet up with us.
Cool. All right. And everybody, until next time. May
It's
the Force
good night
be with
from
you.
it's good night for me, and it's good night from him.
That's it.
Good night.